There we go. Look at that. We're live. It's actually nine. Let's see. It's 9:09. I'm in between the 9 thing and the 9:30 thing. I usually do 9:30, as you know, but actually today I am doing it earlier because I'm off to a conference here downtown. So anyway. Welcome to Wednesday 3rd Innovation Fika. This Wednesday morning, December 3rd. I just did I opened my third box of tea here, the Advent calendar tea. So I will upload that one as a separate video very soon. Of course, thanks, Mom, by the way, for the tea. Anyway, today we're talking about the very very ominous title there: leaving ChatGPT, leaving OpenAI. As a lot of talk, I actually read an article today, this morning on the way to work. I read an article about the drop in users of OpenAI. They lost like 6%. They've lost 6% of their users just the last week or something. I don't know if the people are going to Gemini or Claude or where they're going, but that was really interesting because I was reading it, and all of these suddenly red lights, all about people leaving OpenAI and everything. And to be honest, I think I'm going to be one of them. As you come online, by the way, jump in and say who you are and where you're from, and we can get the conversation going. I think, and it's just always nice to say hi to people. I think I will be one of them and I have a number of reasons for why I have I think it actually started with when they introduced ChatGPT 5. I felt that was it might have been faster, or they said it might have been smarter, but I felt it gave me a lot more really bad answers. As in, we all know that it is the most full of itself lying, deceptive piece of software ever written. It has to be written by a guy. It reminds me very much of another guy who was very deceptive and lying, and can never be trusted, and always changes his mind, and always also is firmly in belief, and of course a statement that he has never done anything wrong and he is always right. So that is kind of the same. So it feels like they've had a very, very solid sort of role model for who they're building it after, who they're emulating. Anyway, when they introduced the number 5, I felt that things were going the wrong way. I had this on my LinkedIn. You can see I have one of the most visited posts, viewed posts I have, like 120,000 views or something, is the one where I uploaded an image of we were doing a lunch talk, and we had a really, really good speaker on AI. She is a very good speaker on AI. So I took a picture of the room, lots of people around the table, and our speaker in the front talking about AI. It says AI on the slide behind her, and on a whim, I just decided that maybe we could clean up the table. So instead of just sort of sitting and doing like in Canva or anything else, trying to edit out the clone and fix the table, I just uploaded the photo to ChatGPT, and I said, can you remove the coffee cups on the table because it's kind of messy. Just remove the coffee cups, leave everything else. Sure. And lo and behold, you can check this one out. It's actually on my LinkedIn. It came back, and the speaker was now a man. The speaker was a man. And everybody else have been changed as well. Everybody was looking like a bit cosmetically improved. We can call it that. The hairdos, everything was like changed. And I actually asked it, why have you changed everybody, and why have you changed the speaker to a man? And it simply said that, well, the topic was AI, so I just assumed that it was a guy speaking. What? So that was like, oh. So I uploaded that, and I actually I've cut in the the actual answer from OpenAI as well. So the ChatGPT. So have a look at that. That's on my LinkedIn. I've got it in my featured list. And also that was like number one. That was the first big warning flag. And then of course, yes, being frustrated by it, always, coming up with these super assured answers of things that are completely wrong. And they're going more and more wrong. And then something happened to me last week. And this is two things happened to me the last week, which has really made me consider leaving the whole thing and finding something else. Or I don't know. I really don't know. Because what happened, well, number one was I was proofreading a text. And it was all about sustainability. Proofreading a text about sustainability. So I'd written a new version, and I just wanted to check, is it grammatically correct and everything. So I uploaded the text into ChatGPT, and it suggested some very small changes. What I noticed after comparing the two texts beside each other, it was that it had removed all of the words, the actual words of diversity, equality, and inclusion. It's like just nicely just nudged them out of the text and replaced them with other more neutral words. So it was actually actively, rinsing out DEI, they wording out of my texts. And that I felt was, okay, hang on a minute, the buck stops here. No, stop it. There, you way past boundaries here. You're not supposed to be able to. You're not supposed to do that. And that was another very sort of clear indicator for me that it's time to move on. And then another just a stupid thing. I asked for some help with fixing a computer last night. It's an old Mac. These last 2 evenings at home, because we have an old Mac and it needs to be updated to manage to run new software and so on. So I was asking ChatGPT for help, and it gave me, again, super self-assured answers. Do this and this and this. And I did that, and the whole thing crashed. So then I spent like 3 hours getting everything back online again. And then when I looked at what had happened, it was actually due to that ChatGPT had given me the complete wrong instructions. Completely wrong. And it was actually the fault of the instructions I'd gotten that crashed the whole thing. So then of course, as usual, when you actually say to it, look, you've made a mistake. This was wrong. It goes, yeah, I did. I made a mistake. It was wrong. So in my book, it's kind of time, right? It's time to find something else. It's time to find something that, if nothing else, will say, I don't know how to do this, or before we do this, should we check this and this and this as well, just to make sure that we know what we're doing, kind of thing. So less of a killgissning, guy guessing, very Swedish word. But the whole ChatGPT thing is a huge digital manifestation of killgissning, a digital guy guesser. And replace it with something a bit more, I don't know, engineering, that needs to, cross the T's and dot the I's kind of thing. So that would be my suggestion. And that's what I'm looking for now. So if anybody has any suggestions what I should be using instead, let me know. Because I don't seem to be the only one. Because as I said, as I read this morning in the newspapers, AI is going down. People are leaving it, and the more people who leave it, the more people will leave it, I think. So I don't know. We'll see. I will be actively looking for something else, and we'll see what I end up with. I will let you know what happens. And short one today, Innovation Fika, because as I said, I'm heading down to a conference downtown, but I just wanted to check in and do episode 196, all about leaving ChatGPT. Will people leave ChatGPT, as the newspapers say? We'll see. I might do it because I have some really strong proof that I feel that it's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's previously the mistakes have kind of been more frustrating, and I've been sort of lived with them because it has sort of balanced up with whatever else help I've had. But right now I'm feeling that the mistakes it's making now and the trouble it's causing me is way more sort of expensive than the help I'm getting. So, in that sense, I'm out. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have a look around and see what happens. And with that, my dear friends, I will say thank you very much. Very short animation fika, 10 minutes, 15-minute coffee break today, and see you next week. I will be in Brazil next week. I'll try and do my animation fika from Brazil next week. Don't know what time it will be then. Probably be in the middle of the night or middle of the morning, like was 5 hours. So 9:30, 10, 5 in the morning. Oh my God. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a recorded one. But anyway, check me out on TikTok and Instagram where I do my, I'm trying to do every morning now, every day, a new tea, my Christmas calendar tea for December. Anyway, see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. And by the way, feel free to comment on this about the leaving ChatGPT thing.